Brazil versus Argentina. For most football fans, that's the dream final. Neymar's Brazil against Messi's Argentina. Yellow versus blue and white. Two football giants fighting for the biggest trophy on earth. But here's the twist. At the 2026 World Cup, Brazil and Argentina could actually face each other much earlier than the final. And if that happens, millions of fans will be asking the same question. Wait, how is this even possible? Because the 2026 World Cup has a completely new format. More teams, more knockout games, and a bracket that works very differently from previous tournaments. So in the next few minutes, let's break down exactly how Brazil and Argentina could end up eliminating each other way sooner than anyone expects. First, the new format. The World Cup is getting bigger, much bigger. Instead of 32 teams, there will be 48 teams. That sounds simple. It isn't. The 48 teams will be split into 12 groups of 4 teams each. Every team plays 3 group matches. Then things get weird. Instead of only 16 teams reaching the knockouts like before, now 32 teams will qualify. That's 2/3 of the entire tournament. In practice, reaching the knockout stage becomes a lot easier. It's like a class where most students pass the exam. Good news for smaller countries.
Bad news if you thought the group stage was supposed to eliminate people. Now, let's talk about the bracket. This is where it gets interesting. In previous World Cups, the knockout stage started with the round of 16. Not anymore. Now it starts with the round of 32. That means there is one extra knockout round. One extra round means more possible matchups. And more possible matchups means strange things can happen, including Brazil versus Argentina. Now you might be thinking, okay, but can't FIFA just keep them apart? In theory, yes. In practice, not really. Because the bracket depends on where teams finish in their groups. Win your group, you get one path. Finish second, completely different path. And then there are the 8 best third-place teams, which makes everything even messier. It's basically football's version of traffic. One small turn, and suddenly you're going somewhere completely different. Now imagine this scenario. Brazil wins its group. Argentina finishes second in theirs. Suddenly, they could be placed on a collision course.
Or maybe Argentina wins its group while Brazil slips into second place. Same problem. The new format creates far more combinations than before, and every combination changes the bracket. This is why predicting the knockout stage in 2026 is going to be incredibly difficult. But there's another reason this rivalry could happen early. Seeding. Most fans hear the word seeding and immediately stop paying attention. Don't. It's important. FIFA uses rankings to decide which teams are seeded into different groups. The idea is simple. Keep the strongest teams separated. Sounds great. Except football doesn't always cooperate. Teams rise. Teams fall. Injuries happen. Managers change. One difficult qualifying campaign can alter rankings completely. You know the type. One giant suddenly has a bad year, and everyone starts asking, what's happening to them? Because of that, Brazil and Argentina may not end up on the ideal paths everyone expects. And then there is football itself. The sport is chaos. Every World Cup gives us surprises.
Germany went out in the group stage. Morocco reached the semifinals. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. Nobody predicted those things. That's the beauty and the madness of the World Cup. One upset can completely redraw the knockout bracket. One unexpected result can suddenly make Brazil and Argentina neighbors in the tournament tree. And once that happens, one of football's greatest rivalries could become one of its earliest knockout matches, which would be amazing, and also slightly heartbreaking, because one of them would be going home much sooner than fans wanted. So let's go back to our original question. Could Brazil and Argentina happen earlier than expected in World Cup 2026? Absolutely. Because the new 48-team format creates more knockout rounds, more bracket combinations, and far more ways for football's biggest rivals to collide. The dream final is still possible, but for the first time, an early knockout showdown feels much more realistic. And honestly, a Brazil versus Argentina World Cup match at any stage would probably stop the entire football world. So what do you think? Would you rather see Brazil and Argentina in the final, or in an all-or-nothing early knockout battle? And if you enjoy simple explanations of confusing football topics, make sure to subscribe, because the 2026 World Cup is going to get a lot crazier from here.